Hello to you all. As the future of work is changing everywhere at fast pace, today I'm joined by Ildikó Krizbai, Head of Process, Data and Reporting at Vodafone Intelligent Solutions, or Voice, with whom I will be discussing career growth and professional development. Good morning, Ildi.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. So I want to jump straight into the question I have for you. And so my first question, Ildi, is given your extensive experience in telecom, could you share with us how you use methodology like Agile and design thinking to influence your professional development and your career growth and inspire others to do the same?
Sure. Very good question. So, Agile and Design Thinking methodologies have become increasingly popular due to their effectiveness in fostering innovation, collaboration, and problem solving. One of my favorite things about Agile specifically is that it encourages professionals to adapt to changing circumstances and embrace flexibility. And to be honest, I would say this is one of the best skills that you can develop today. This mindset helped me develop resilience, openness to change, and the ability to quickly pivot when faced with completely new challenges and new things coming in my way. As per design thinking, the methodology really focuses on understanding the needs and the experiences of the end users. The methodology by far helped me develop my critical thinking, user-centric mindset to ensure I create products and solutions that truly meet our customer needs. Otherwise, really, what's the point in creating them in the first place, right? So therefore, I highly recommend and encourage everyone to explore and learn both Agile and design thinking if they haven't done already. It truly helps to unlock potential and thrive in a rapidly evolving industry like this.
That's superb. And as someone who has excelled in process leadership, what do you consider are the most critical aspects in driving continuous improvement in the context of one's career growth, actually, Ildi?
From leadership perspective, I believe the most crucial element in driving continuous improvement is to enable people's natural curiosity, I would say. So curiosity should be embedded in the company's culture, I would say, because this is what creates that drive, that motive to find out more, to understand more, to figure out ways to do things differently, to experiment. And then the question is, how do you drive that curiosity? And simultaneously, how do you eliminate the ignorance in the other side? And this comes down, I think, to many, many different things, such as driving a learning culture and empower people with new skills and knowledge to build a safe and diverse organization where people can question and challenge the current ways of working and have an open conversation on how to do things better. And I know such things takes time because ultimately that's like a mindset shift. However, my advice is to embrace these challenges, think of every change and every failure as an opportunity, because this mindset will help to set the foundation for continuous improvement.
It's so important, right, to actually learn to fail, because those are actually
Absolutely.
crucial for lesson learn, right? So, Ildi, could you elaborate on how the skills you have developed in process data and reporting have shaped your career trajectory in telecommunication? And are there specific experience and project you could share with us as well?
Sure. So process improvement, optimization, and project management definitely helped me in my career by identifying bottlenecks, eliminating inefficiencies, and implementing streamlining processes. You enhance the productivity, reduce the cost of the organization, and drive the organizational success. So this is hugely valuable. Now, on data analysis, this allowed me to truly understand the organization and see what's behind of the first view that we can see, and help me drive that valuable insights from the data. So by leveraging tools and techniques like data mining, statistics, And of course, wherever possible, predictive analytics, you can identify patterns and optimize the performance based on that. So strong analytical skills are definitely valuable assets in the industry. I definitely would focus on that as well. And then on lastly, reporting and active communication of that insights is key, right? Because the first two is great, but if you are not able to share what you see and what you've learned, then it doesn't make any sense. So skills like data visualization, for example, allowed me to present complex information in a meaningful and actionable manner. By developing these skills, you can effectively communicate findings to stakeholders, management, as well as cross-functional teams, and influencing really the decision-making process. So it really helps to achieve the organizational goals.
So the concept of lifelong learning is increasingly important in today's fast-paced technological environment with all those chat GPT stuff and generative AI we hear every day. We don't have a choice. It is in front of us. So how have you incorporated continuous learning into your own professional development and career?
Well, I would say, and I would start with, I'm a huge fan of books. So I would absolutely advise to look through available literature in the areas you would like to develop, and always have a good book by your side for sure. There are some incredible books out there which can provide great support along the journey. Some of the books that I found very helpful and I would absolutely recommend would be Radical Candor from Kim Scott, Dare to Lead by Brené Brown, and Act Like a Leader, Think Like a Leader by Herminia Ibarra. I highly recommend those books in focus of leadership. I'm also a big advocate of coaching and mentoring. So I encourage everyone to take advantage of these opportunities. I believe every leader should have one coach and one mentor to support in their professional development and growth. And I think it is important to carve out that time where the focus is truly on you and your development. So you should think that as an investment. You invest the time now and you get the benefit out in the future. So it makes absolute sense. Yeah.
That's superb. Partly the fact that, like you, I mean, if you look behind me, I have, I would say hundreds of books. I am a bookworm. I have a lot of business books. Mm-hmm. So what do you think should women aim to expand their career and grow?
Well, as a woman, I think it is very important to mention like some of the challenges that I've seen over the last years, because based on my experience, women tend to be more critical towards themselves compared to some of the male colleagues, I would say. Hence, I see that women generally are less likely to apply for management roles or leadership roles simply because there is a higher tendency of self-doubt. Therefore, in some of the roles, it is incredibly hard to find female candidates. And as you can see, that comes out quite counterproductive in that sense. So by simply like realizing this can already help to address some of the problem, I believe. There is no question women are strong, amazing, powerful, resilient. So my advice to everyone would be that don't be afraid to be bold, don't be afraid to be ambitious, just simply go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? So probably you would stay exactly where you currently are. So why not to try, right? It makes absolute sense. And don't be afraid for change or anything like that.
That's superb. You have a significant role at Voice in process, data, and reporting, and you have explained to us why those three are critical to grow, and not grow just as individual, as part of team members, but as part of the corporation as well. How do you see this role evolve in the future? And how are you preparing yourself to the change which is affecting us all right now?
So we have a rapidly changing environment currently, and with the technology improvements skyrocketing at the moment, I believe areas of process data and reporting is going to have even more importance in the future. With advancing technologies, we enable more access to improved data, which drives higher need for insights and action. So however, it is also important to add that though this means professionals will in such areas will need to have constant development and improvement in their skills and learn and keep up with the new developments and new technologies out there. What I do is actually the same. So I will try to be well informed with the latest and greatest technology available in the market. I embrace automation. I embrace AI opportunities and develop the skills to utilize and integrate these technologies into existing procedures and processes. So I would say finding those use cases and value cases will be critical and crucial to make the best use of what we already have available. So I would say stay curious, proactive, and adaptable to the emerging trends in technologies, because that would truly drive the future in the process data and reporting field.
That's superb. Thank you so much, Ildi, for such a great discussion. I look forward to Thank you.
Thank you so much.